The title is A Young Girl's Historic Ride in April of 1777. Today is my least favorite day of the week because I have to mug out all of the stalls. The wet straw mixed with mud is very heavy. My father usually helps me, but he's busy planning the war in case the British attack. My mother does the laundry, sews, and takes care of all my brothers and sisters, and I am left to take care of the horses. I have 11 siblings, and only 5 of them are old enough to help out. My father is a colonel for the Patriot rebels. He used to be loyal to the king, but now he wants the rules to be fair and equal. I am glad he is standing up for our colonies instead of obeying the king's rules. My father is a brave, strong man, but he is also kind and considerate. The sun is starting to set behind the large hills separating us from the other towns. As the heavy fog rolls down the hillsides, I notice a short, wide man on a pony trotting down the hill, covered in mud. He knocks on our door panting and tells us that the British have attacked Danbury. My father opens the door. The rider says that he is a messenger from Danbury and that they need the colonel's militia to fight the British back. The messenger said that he would do it for my dad, but he is exhausted and he doesn't know the area. My father turns to me and said that the militiamen of our county need to gather at our house to fight the British, and we need a rider. My dad tells me that I'm the best rider around and the fastest, and I know the county well and that this task needs to be done tonight. Without a word, I raced to the barn to get Star, the best horse I have ever ridden. I grabbed my saddle and hempen halter and put it on him. Once I'm about to mount, I realize that I need something to knock on doors with and something to defend myself. Not having enough time to go get a whip, I take a large stick that's nearby. I hop on him and start traveling to Mahopac. And as I get on the muddy road, I realize that I am more nervous than I thought I would be. I am alone with only Star to keep me company. This 40-mile ride will be a daring and nerve-wracking journey, but with the help of Star, I know I can get it done. As I gallop on the uneven roads, I start to see houses, and I know that I am getting closer to Mahopac. As soon as I arrive in the town, I start to bang on the doors of the militia members' homes. "Report to Colonel Luddington's house," I said to all of the militia in Mahopac. I finish alerting all of the militiamen, so it is time to leave to go to Kent Cliff. I can feel that Star is getting nervous, and I try to ignore it until he starts to prance around backwards, sideways, and leap up in the air. "Whoa, boys, save the energy for the trip," I whispered to him, urging him on. We are forced to make our way into the woods once the road ends, and I must admit that I am nervous about what lurks in these woods. I push the thought out of my mind as we make our way into the town of Kent Cliff. I then alert all of the militia members, and then do the same in the town of Farmers Mills. On the way back home, I see a rider in the distance as we are galloping along. At first, I can't tell who he is, but as the mysterious figure gets closer, I realize that he is a highwayman. Star tries to turn the other way, but I keep kicking him forward. The outlaw tries to block our path with his horse. At the right moment, I ride Star to the side of the road and past the outlaw. He tries to grab me, but I fight him off. We are able to escape. A few hours later, we arrive back at the farm, and I put Star back in his stall. When I come inside, I see my mother and father are glad to see me safe and sound. About 2 hours pass, and approximately 400 men come to our house and plan to drive back the British. My dad and his militiamen ride out to meet the invading troops and force the British back to their ships. A few weeks later, my mom calls me from my room. I run downstairs and I see General George Washington in my living room. He thanks me for being so brave and helping out our country. I guess people were saying that it was such an impressive ride for a 16-year-old girl, and that I rode about twice as far as Paul Revere. I wasn't surprised, as girls are usually the best riders.